You see that?
Yeah.
I just for like 3 years. I need to get it redone.
Damn. That's it.
Yeah. This fight is, I'm the man. You know, in any division. So I feel like I'm taking over boxing, starting June 27th. You will hear the words in the new on June 27th.
Reached the final day of training camp for the Xander Zayas fight, and now everything starts to feel real.
I'm just excited to be fighting one, a guy that got 2 belts, a guy that's in the, one of the top in the division. I'm ready to shut everybody up.
So what are we working on today?
I don't know, whatever. One day I got going to it. I don't know, we just go. Tape already an opponent. It's over. It's over. It's over. The 2 belts come back home to Philly. We always do that. You see them draws over there? Same way. Tape them up, cross them out.
Game plan is locked in, and Boots is just sharpening the final details before fight night, and this is where confidence matters because Ennis is not only preparing to win, he is preparing to make a statement, and Xander is coming in hungry and ready to prove he belongs, but Boots looks focused, calm, and dangerous, and the final day of camp shows a fighter who knows the pressure is there but also believes he is built for this moment.
To do what he always do, and I'm gonna capitalize every mistake that he make, and I'm gonna show him why I'm really like that, and he gonna see the difference, his levels.
Yeah. Hey, I've been dating for years. That shit be coming too.
Ennis is right there supporting and training his son, making sure Boots stays locked in before fight night, because Busses is not just watching from the outside, he is guiding every detail from the mindset to the techniques, since he knows this is the kind of fight where focus matters, and Xander Zayas is young, hungry, and coming to prove a point, so Bozy wants Boots sharp, disciplined, and ready for anything.
Boots can adapt to any style, any situation, you know what I mean? We don't have to work on nothing. I want to see Xander take Boots to another level. See, people still ain't see what really he can do. I mean, he can box, he can move, but he like to rumble. That's why people come to pay to see him. He like to fight. Fire, stop. Yeah. Oh, I like Xander. As a fighter, I like him. He's a good fighter, man. To me, he got a good jab. He can box. And he
Someone just trying to look good for the cameras, because every punch, every step, and every drill looks like it has a purpose behind it, and the speed is there, the sharpness is there, and the confidence is starting to show. And at this stage of camp, Boots is not trying to build from zero anymore. He is polishing the final details, staying loose, and making sure his timing is ready for fight night.
Your technique is really where your power is. You got good technique.
I'm gonna hit like a heavyweight, like a dude like your size. I just told him the technique where the power is.
June 27th, y'all know what's going on. In the new, it's time to have fun, make easy work, look phenomenal, come home with a big knockout. About to be a 2-time unified weight division champ. Best in the world, the best ever. Make sure y'all tune in. Shout out to our haters too. I love y'all. Yeah.
Boots cutting wood as part of his training, and that gives the camp a different kind of feel, because this is not a flashy gym drill or a camera-friendly workout, and cutting wood is old-school work since it tests strength, rhythm, stamina, and mental toughness, because every swing takes effort and focus.
Doing this.
3, 2, 1. Time.
Put somebody in the headlight right now. There you go. There you go.
Dang. That's a good thing.
Xander, whatever is blinded, they cut him in half, put him in half.
We're gonna work on cutting him up. Make sure you bleed.
Mr. Boots did not leave much room for debate when he said he is better than Xander Zayas everywhere, because he turned the fight from a normal matchup into a statement fight, and this was not just the usual confidence fighters show before a big night, since Boots was basically saying there is no category where Xander has the advantage, not power, not speed, not experience, and in his mind Zayas is walking into a fight where every part of the game favors him.
He a regular car, he take regular gas. He's saying you won't be able to deal with his angles. He's saying you won't be able, you don't like, what do you say? You don't like to get hit to the body and so on and so forth. What do you think of the trash talk?
Bro, at the end of the day, it's boxing. he trying to hype himself up, but I really believe and know everything I'm saying. I'm gonna do it, and come fight that he gonna see firsthand. He gonna see firsthand why I'm different and why these guys didn't want to fight me. Like I said, he want to see firsthand on fight night. It's really different. And he gonna see it. I think he really gonna be shocked when he really like see it firsthand, like up close and personal, real for real.
Do you think that's gotten your other opponents where they felt like they saw something on tape and then it's different?
Yeah, I always get them. They always think this, think that. As soon as they get in there with me, they're like, yo, he a lot stronger than I thought. He a lot faster, a lot wiser.
A tough spot before the bell even rings, because now it is not enough for Boots to simply win, since after a claim like that, people will expect him to separate himself and show that Zaz is not ready for this level yet.
He's real confident and that he really believes that he'll beat you come fight night. Do you believe it's bravado, or do you think that he really believes that?
Nah. I think he knows what's up. He knows exactly what's up. Him and his team. Why do you think they didn't want him to fight in the first place? I don't really want to say too much and speak on it, but I'm just leave it at that. I know a lot though, but we're gonna leave it at that.
Why do you feel like this fight happened? Because everybody keeps saying that he didn't have to fight you.
No, for sure. He had to fight me. But I asked for this fight, and he accepted it. Kudos to him. And I appreciate him for taking this fight. But them boats come back home to Philadelphia. You had me.
Is now heading to altitude as he prepares for the jump up in weight, and that move shows how serious this next chapter really is.
I probably do my whole or majority of my camp out here or something like this. It's very peaceful. Eat, train, have fun, enjoy yourself, do different things like fishing. I'm about to put my pole on the ground.
What you about to do? Shut up?
Drink my Gatorade.
What happened? How did it get like that?
This is how you gave it to me. I caught 12 sharks, 14 crocodiles, some sea moss, and that's it.
Then we see Boots playing football during camp, and that shows a different side of his preparation.
Come on. Oh.
I got one in there.
Well, it's week 2 of camp for me. Having some fun. All right, helping the Canelo and getting myself ready.
Y'all still, man.
You know my sport, yo. I'm good with these. I'm great with these. I know kicking.
Yeah, I want to just get outside of my comfort zone, get outside of Philly, and get some different work. Be in a high altitude, go back home and grease. And finish my camp ball, get ready for October 11th, come home a spectacular knockout, at the new weight division.
Go! He coming back.
Now
He is running, and that part of camp shows the discipline behind the flashy work, because running is not the most exciting part of training, but it is where fighters build the engine they need when the fight gets hard. And for Boots, this is about stamina, breathing, focus, and keeping his legs strong as he moves up in weight, since he cannot afford to carry extra size and lose his pace, so every mile matters.
Different, though. I feel good out here. Good scenery. All this stuff look fake. Like, it don't even look real. Like, it look like, how like the little postcard pictures? That's what it look like out here. It don't seem like it's real.
It's different up here, man. It's not even affecting him. Not affecting him at all.
Work time. Miles up.
5,817 feet above sea level. Back home, 39 feet above sea level. Not even
We
breathing.
see Boots sparring with Canelo Alvarez, and that immediately makes the camp feel even more serious.
It's made like it's a regular day. That's it. Him and my brother, they go way back. My brother did 2 training camps with him. We're real good friends with my brother, so yeah. I'm in camp, bro. I don't get no cuts, no nothing. Being in the ring with Canelo, I'm just trying to pick his mind, see what he got. Also getting the as well for my own fight.
54 takeover, baby. Time to eat.
with a fighter like Canelo is not normal work because that is high experience since Canelo brings timing, pressure, defense, body shots, and the kind of ring IQ that forces you to think every second, and for Boots those rounds can only sharpen him because he gets to test his reactions, his distance, and his composure against someone who has seen almost every style in boxing.
You know, it's fun, you know, sparring Canelo. You know, trying to pick his brain. You know, he got like 70 fights in. Turned pro at 15. So I was picking his brain, having fun, you know, and sharpening my tools, you know. That's about it, you know. I got.
Not just training to stay busy because he is putting himself around elite fighters so he can walk into the Xander's fight sharper, stronger, and more prepared for anything.
Almost there. Yeah, almost there, almost time. Yeah. Good. I appreciate you coming, you time, everything. Yeah, and I appreciate you. Yeah. That was me too. Yeah.
We see Boots doing push-ups, and that part of the training shows the simple work that still matters at the highest level because push-ups build strength, control, endurance, and mental discipline, and for Boots, every rep is about keeping his body strong without slowing himself down as he moves up in.
What's up?
I'm okay in every sport.
Baseball, rock soccer.
Yeah, soccer. I'm okay in every sport. I have like a talent for it.
Yeah. If you wasn't so close to your fight, we gonna play.
Yeah. I just very be careful because sometimes the ball.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Just shoot around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't wanna.
Boots also shared his experience and the things he learned while sparring with Canelo.
Canelo, it was a great thing, you know. He 70 fights in, and I was just, you know, picking his brain, still different things, and putting it into my arsenal, and it was a great experience.
Well, just kind of going into his fight with Terrence, were you kind of like, oh, maybe he's gonna have some issues or whatever, just based on your sparring with him, or were you kind of like confident that he would get the dub against Terrence in that fight?
I went out there for me. I just was on some, you know, getting ready for my, you know, my 154 debut at that time, and I just, you know, just get out of Philadelphia and just, you know, do different things. And I was out there fishing and chilling with my, you know, my squad. It was something great, you know, and I was glad I was able to do that.
Not just training quietly or letting the fight sell itself, because Boots is making it clear that he believes Xander is walking into something he is not ready for, and the taunting feels like a mental test before the real fight, since Ennis wants Zayas to feel the pressure before the first bell even rings. Interview.
You know, he's unified and you're kind of this, you know, guy that people tend to kind of try to avoid, you know, a little bit. Were you surprised?
I mean, no, I ain't surprised, you know. That's good for him, you know, but them belts come back home to Philadelphia, and you're going to hear it in the new, you know, on
is looking phenomenal in training with Jaron Ennis and Greg Hackett, and the energy around his camp makes him look locked in for fight night.
close.
And here Boots shows the kind of power he is bringing into this fight because the punches do not just look fast, they look heavy, and every shot has snap balance and bad intentions behind it, and that is what makes Ennis so dangerous since he is not only a slick boxer who can move and switch angles, he can also hurt you when he plants his feet and lets his hands go, and for Xander Zayas that power is the real warning because it means he cannot afford to get careless trade for too long or stand in front of Boots. Meanwhile, Max Kellerman and Gabe broke the fight down like a real test of levels because they did not dismiss Xander Zayas and they respected his composure, discipline, and clean technique, but their bigger point was that Boots Ennis brings a type of danger Xander has not really dealt with yet, and this is not just a normal step up where Zayas faces a slightly better opponent since Boots is the kind of fighter who can make that jump feel uncomfortable. Fast, and Xander may be talented and promising, but Ennis has the speed, power, pressure, and confidence to show him how big the gap can be between being a rising name and facing someone already viewed as elite.
Young fighter when we first saw him, and you don't have your man bones yet as a boxer. Now he's into his 20s, maybe a different fighter. What do you think of the matchup?
No, absolutely. I think in his last performance in Puerto Rico, he showed that boxing ability. Nice jab, nice movement, good stamina, endurance. And he's a big dude, man. I went for a jog with him in Puerto Rico. I'm like, how big are you, dude? He walks like 190, man. He's a solid big guy. So he's bringing that weight and that.
Greg Hackett, Corey Spinks, and Two Tone are breaking down Xander Zayas against Jaron Boots Ennis, and the debate shows why this matchup is not being viewed the same way by everyone because on one side Boots looks like the safer pick since he has the speed, power, angles, and big fight experience that can overwhelm a younger fighter before he gets comfortable, and his style can turn calm moments into danger very quickly, but Xander is not being treated like someone with no chance because he is sharp, disciplined, motivated, and skilled enough to make Boots work if he handles the pressure the right way, and that is why the fight is interesting since it is not only about who has more ability, it is about whether Zayas is truly ready for this level or whether Boots is the kind of opponent who exposes that jump too soon.